Hello everybody and welcome back to the Celtic FC 25 career mode. A couple of big games to get into today. We have the first Old Firm derby that we will play in full. Not for the reasons that you might expect. Normally it's because Rangers are our closest challenger, but this time round they're actually not. They are well off the pace this season and I kind of want to see how they'll be form-wise when we play them at Ibrox. So we will play that game in full, but also we have a very historic rematch in Europe as well. As you can see here, after 3 games, we lie in 19th place in the league phase. We drew at Bayer Leverkusen 2-2 on match day 1. We beat Real Betis on match day 2 at Celtic Park, and we did lose 3-1 to Monaco away from home in a valiant performance in Monaco. That was our first loss of the season in Europe. And today, as you can see, we have Bucharest travelling to Celtic Park, but more importantly, we have a rematch of the 1970 European Cup final. Feyenoord travel to Celtic Park as we look to get a bit of revenge, however many years later, against the team that did beat Celtic in that final. Very, very excited for that one. Of course, we signed Quinton Timber from Feyenoord as well, so he'll be coming up against his old club. But before we get into any of the full games, we have a few games we need to get through the highlights of, so without further ado, let's get through them. We do kick things off with the win here against Motherwell. We did use the highlights feature. There wasn't really an awful lot happened, but Days and Maida on form again. In other news, Water is wet. He was the one who scored the only goal of the game. It's really annoying though that they're only showing this as the other highlight. I can barely actually remember what even happened here. Ida, I think, had a decent shot. Yeah, it's a good save by the keeper, but he made arguably a better save from another Adam Ida strike in the second half, in the 89th minute I think it was. But regardless of that, a 1-0 win, 3 points to kick off the episode. Lovely stuff. Bottom of the league, Ross County away from home. Listen, I've already made this mistake once. We simmed a game in the last episode against the team that was bottom then. I think it might have been Dundee United. I can't really remember. And we ended up losing. But hopefully lightning won't strike twice. The only change we've made is Hatate comes in for Santos because he was a bit tired. Can we get 3 points here from a quick sim against Ross County? Oh my god, I need to stop doing this. Another highlights game, another 1-0 win. Kyogo Furuhashi with a trademark goal at this stage. The long cross to the winger, squares it to Kyogo, who has an open goal to aim at. And lads, that was literally the only highlight of the game. But a 1-0 win, I'll gladly take it. So we pick up our second victory here at Celtic Park in the Champions League. Quinton Timber opening up the scoring and opening up his European account for Celtic. Lovely finish there. Defence could get nowhere near him and he smacks it past the keeper to give us the lead. Now this game was a bit more even than I was expecting. Bucharest actually were creating a few chances themselves, and at the very beginning of the half, the second half that is, they did get an equaliser. I still think Phil Brooks should be making the tackle there. I was spamming circle to try and intercept that ball, but they do get the equaliser. Defensively, shambles again. Not very happy with that. And that was 1-1. But thankfully, we did go up the other end basically straight away and go in front. Ida had missed a few sitters in the first half, and that was probably his weakest shot of the game at this up to this point, I should say. But he ended up tucking it away into that bottom right-hand corner, and that regained our lead here against Bucharest, which we then went on to seal. And finally, lads, it has happened. We've scored from a set piece. Timber into Garcia. Bullet header. The two new signings combining, giving us a 3-1 lead here. Look at this. Bullet of a header past the goalkeeper. No stopping that. Final score here was Celtic 3, Bucharest 1. So we do travel to Ibrox for the next game, which I want to play in full because Rangers are not having a very good time this season. Now, with that said, they have climbed up the table since the last episode and since I last checked the table. They are in 6th. They were in 8th, I think, at the start of this episode. Or was that the end of the last episode? I'm already after forgetting. But anyway, they're nowhere near the title. We are how many points clear of them? We are 15 points clear of them, I think, if my math is mathing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's 15 points. I am terrible at maths, lads. Just to give you an idea of how bad I am at maths. When I did my Leaving Cert, which is like the Irish equivalent of the GCSEs in the UK, I did the lowest level of maths and got the lowest possible grade while still passing. So if I get something wrong that has to do with maths, well, then just remember who you're dealing with. But yeah, we are about 15 points clear of Rangers, who are in 6th. And I kind of want to come up against them in a full game just to see what the actual issue is. We did play them earlier in the season, but that was too early to kind of judge things yet. And Ibrox, obviously, they'll probably be playing a bit more aggressively than they would at Celtic Park, just having the fans behind them and everything, because I find that actually does happen in the game as well as real life. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this game at Ibrox and see what is exactly going on with Rangers at the moment. So here we are at the home of Rangers. As you can see there, we are the joint best defensive team in the league, along with Hearts, who are currently in 2nd, although we did beat Hearts as well. Rangers were in 4th though, so they're not too far off that way. Tavernier is still their captain. I did have a quick glance at their probable lineup before I went into the game. They've got a regen right winger by the name of Devlin, who's from Northern Ireland, 76 rated, so it'll be interesting to see how he'll continue to grow. It's a shame he's not from the Republic of Ireland. We could have done with him in the Irish squad. But anyways, let's see how they actually will be lining up. So it's that guy in goal that I couldn't read the name of. Ben Davies is there now at centre-back. Barron, who scored against us at Celtic Park. Devlin, as I mentioned. And Sakala up front. So, yeah, I mean, it's a decent team. You wouldn't expect it to have dropped off as much as it has. Only got a quick glance at the bench there. We've gone with our strongest team, which hopefully will get the job done here, away from home at Ibrox. But I'm interested to see what it'll be like playing against Rangers here when they're not in the best of form, here at a ground that we haven't found too easy in this career mode. We've only lost here once, but Johnston loses the ball. It's always been a difficult game, as it should be. It is a derby at the end of the day. Johnston with a good interception there. Now here's Dorado. Very, very happy with our midfield at the moment. It's definitely the strongest area of our team. Although the defence isn't too bad either. The left back position is something that probably will need to be addressed. Maybe even right back eventually. Although speaking of which, here's Johnston on the ball. With a great ball in. Oh, and never mind. Right back were actually completely fine. What a ball in that was by Alistair Johnston. And Dazin Maeda yet again is there to finish it. It's 1-0 to Celtic here at Ibrox. And Rangers' misery continues. Keeper maybe could have done a little bit better with that. Yeah, he probably could have just even stuck a leg out. Although he probably would have just deflected it into his own net. But listen, why am I saying that? I don't care. I'm happy. Celtic take the lead at Ibrox yet again. And as I say, Rangers' misery continues to haunt them at the moment. But I'm happy that we'll have somebody else challenging us for the league, it looks like. And that's not even me being anti-Rangers or anything like that. It's just, you know, I just think it makes it more interesting. As I said before, Aberdeen are doing well in real life, which I think it's good for the Scottish League to have other teams competing. Obviously, you'll always want your team to win it, but it's good to see other teams challenge as well. Makes it a bit more interesting. But obviously I don't want Rangers to win it. Here's Timber now, who's in good goal-scoring form at the moment. Oh, he's gotten around the defender way too easily there, and it's 2-0. By God, Rangers. Are they going to have to set up another new club? They're absolutely falling apart. It's 2-0 here, and it's been very, very easy. This has been a lot easier than I was expecting. I'll tell you what, lads. If you're a Rangers fan, I'd be worried. I'd be worried. One thing we don't have to worry about is the left wing position at the moment. Maeda, what a player. What a player. Left wing I'm very happy with as well. Maeda and Palma. The only frustrating thing about Palma is that he probably should be playing a bit more. And maybe we could try him off the right a little bit more. But I feel like he's better off the left. Because Kuhn, he's dropped off a little bit. He's not creating or scoring as much as he used to. But that is something that, of course, we will address in the summer. Don't really want to sell anybody in January. I kind of want to keep everything the way it is for the full season. Especially because we have a limited budget, which is what you'd come to expect. Which is why if we do have to sell our 2 best players, because remember, if we don't get to the Champions League quarter-final, that is the penalty, is to sell our 2 highest-rated players. But there is a bit of a positive with that, because those players will be worth pretty pennies. And we can reinvest that money into the squad in certain positions. So it's not always a bad thing to sell these players, especially when you're in a league that's not as financially, you know, favoured as other leagues. When you're in Scotland, that's a good ball in. No, it's not. He's offside. I thought it was a hat-trick. I saw the flag go up. Now, Maida probably will score a hat-trick at some stage, but it will have to wait. But he's put the ball in the back of the net 3 times. And to quote Booker T, with the greatest of ease. Even though I don't know if he said that in a while. And I ain't doing a Booker T accent. I did a bloody spinneroonie at the last show I refereed. Bloody hurt my back. Oh, but I tell you what, Rangers nearly hurt our scoreline there. Good save by Pullison. No pun intended here, but he's pulling out a lot of great saves. Rangers get the corner. And Pullison is actually, I think, one of our highest rated players as well at the moment. In fact, I know he is. So he could be somebody that would, or he probably would be one of the players that would get moved on, which I wouldn't like, because I have enjoyed him. The Kasper Schmeichel regen. Which, as I've said before, technically makes him a 3rd-generation goalkeeper. There's Brooks. He knows a thing or two about beating Rangers. Oh, and here he is. Phil Brooks. Oh, Maida! It's a hat-trick! Is he onside? Yes, he is! It's a first-half hat-trick here at Ibrox for Dazen Maida. And Rangers are in the mud. The Celtic players celebrate as Rangers' heads drop. The fans are thrilled. This has been ridiculously easy. Honest to God, what is going on here? They're known for having problems off the pitch, Rangers, but the problems on the pitch are just as bad at the moment. Maida will be bringing home that match ball. And there's still another 45 minutes to play. What is going on? I'm actually kind of stunned. I thought, despite how bad they were doing in the league, that they'd give us a bit more of a game. Here's Devlin, that Northern Irish winger that we spoke about before. It's not too late to change your mind, lad. You can still play for the Republic. You might need to leave the club you're playing for, but... Can they get one more chance before the end of the half? Oh, it looks like they will. Good block by Brooks. Ah, come on, ref. We're in minute bloody 4 of 1 added on. 3-0 up against 12 men, for God's sake. Finally, bloody hell. Half-time whistle blows. We're 3-0 up. Maida with all 3 of them. He had 1 disallowed as well, so it could have been 4 if he timed his run a little bit better. And it's been really easy, lads. I mean, part of me kind of wants to just jump to result, but I won't. I kind of want to rub a bit more salt in the wound. But it's been relatively easy. What will the second half bring? Let's see. Just to peel back the curtain as well a little bit, right after this game is the international break, and I then have to go and record another episode in between these recordings for that series, because I will show you the European qualifiers as a series on its own as soon as this season ends. And then, obviously, if we do get to the European Championships, then we'll play that after the end of next season as well. So, they're 2 series within the same save, is the way I'm describing it. I just think it does it a bit more justice then. The Irish national team gets its own series where we can properly focus on it, and Celtic obviously will have its own focus as well, as you've already seen. So I'm quite happy with that. Here's Timber. Over to Dorado. Now Sessegnon. Here's Santos. Ida, is he onside? Yes, he is. Here's Timber. Go on, have a go, lad. Right at the keeper. But again, we have started the better of the 2 teams here in this second half. I'm sure a lot of you out there are enjoying this, and some of you maybe not. Because there has been a few Rangers fans tuning into this series, which, listen, you're more than welcome, as I've said before. I'm not arsed to anyone's supports. Everyone is welcome here. Just don't expect me to do career modes with certain teams. That's all I'll say. Oh, is he onside? No, he's not. Right, let's make it look at a few changes. Santos is a bit tired again. Bring on Hitate. I'm going to put Maida up front and bring on Palma just to give him an appearance. Yeah, I think I'll leave everything else as is. So Maida's going to be in an even better position now to get number 4 as they bring on Hadji. As I take a sip of Ishka. And our subs can make their way on. But yeah, there is a few teams who are on a list that I would never do a career mode with. And yes, Rangers is one of them. Liverpool obviously being another one. Man City. Chelsea and Arsenal, I honestly would make exceptions for. I wouldn't mind doing them. Leeds, probably not. But maybe. Who else? Who else might be on that list? MK Dons. Don't like them. Really, really don't like them. However, AFC Wimbledon, I have done, and would 100% love to do them on the channel again at some stage. So, watch this space for career modes like that. Oh, what a ball. Timber. Oh, what a finish. 4-0. Too easy. Game, set and match. Timber with yet another goal. He's really in good goal scoring form at the moment. He scored one in the Champions League earlier on. Now he scored here in the Old Firm. And Rangers, as I say, are in the mud. As I said as well, though, it's too easy. And as I said, my catchphrase is now becoming as I said. But let's just say that we're probably not going to play every full game now against Rangers. Obviously, we played the highlights of the one at Celtic Park, which was, you know, relatively easy. They gave us more of a game, at Celtic Park than they have here at Ibrox. Although Pullison's made a good save there. Oops, I nearly knocked over my microphone. They've made another change as well, Rangers. Oh, a bit of a gap there that they've whipped the ball into, but we've dealt with it well. And here's Rio Atate. And he loses it. Oh, good tackle. Good tackle by Brooks. Not the first time he's seen red coming up against Rangers. Oh, he was offside. Right, let's make our last few changes as we wrap things up here. Sessegnon is knackered. Vale can come on. McGregor can come on for Timber. And let's also bring on... let's bring on Furuhashi for Kuhn. So we'll put Palma out on the right. Maida on the left. And Kyogo Furuhashi up front. And let's hope we can get a 5th. Or can Rangers pull back a consolation? Oh, they could be clean through here. They're not. Pullison with another save. 6 minutes to go. Another corner for Rangers as they make another change. A proper change, if you will. I'll see myself out. But yeah, they've not really created anything overly dangerous. Like, Pullison's had to make 1 or 2 decent saves, but they're all saves you'd expect him to make. Nothing has been overly worrying. Maida. Oh, good save. Hatate over to Vale. Go on, line up the power shot. Okay. That was probably wishful thinking at best. But only 2 added minutes. Rangers' misery will almost be coming to an end soon, as Celtic's joy will continue on into the night. But yeah, as I say, very surprised with how poor they've been. They will look to create one last chance here. Garcia will chase down Devlin. Oh, they might get the consolation goal. No, they won't. It's straight at Pullison. And Rangers have been absolutely battered here at Ibrox. Beating them in their own backyard. Maida taking home the match ball. He's like Dexter taking home the blood of one of his victims. Too easy. Completely just dominated Rangers in this game. It's clear to see why they've fallen off as much as they have. Our final domestic game of this episode thankfully ends with the victory, although it was not an easy game. And I've just realised I need to back out of the highlight replayer so that the other goal will come up. Please tell me it appears this time. Oh my god, okay, give me 2 seconds. Sorry about that. Anyways, we took a 1-0 lead here from Adamida. Dazin made a shot, parried out, I should say, to Adamida, who poached it in to score his 8th league goal of the season. And then, moments later, look into my eyes, what do you see? Phil Brooks missing a penalty. Oh, so frustrating. I decided to put Brooks on the penalty. He still has the highest penalty stats on the pitch, but his finishing isn't very high, and we did miss that spot kick, and moments later we were made to pay for that even more when Duke made it 1-1. Number 11 making it 1-1 on the score sheet with a good finish. I do like him actually as a player. Aberdeen have a good team, I have to say. Anytime we've come up against them, they've given us a good challenge. They've got a lot of decent players in their squad, so I might need to scout some of them a bit further and see if any of them would fit in with our team. But thankfully, we weren't left waiting much longer to go back in front. Maida with a good turn there. Look at this for a finish from Adamida. Very, very awkward, stance from Adamida to get that ball in. As you can probably tell, lads, I feel like I'm losing my voice at the moment. I need to have a big sip of water after this. But Adamida did put us back in front. Give me 2 seconds. Excuse me. And then Kyogo Furuhashi came off the bench and gave us the 3-1 win. Santos squaring it over to the Japanese striker, the aura man himself, and that was 3 points. So before we get into the next game against Feyenoord, I need to go clear my throat, because at the moment I feel like if I keep talking, I'm probably not going to be able to commentate on that game. Right, that singing definitely got the better of my throat there. I apologise about that. But a familiar face is in this Feyenoord team. Trusty there at centre-back. I tell you what, that name is very, very ironic, because he was anything but trustworthy at the back, both in real life for Celtic at times and in this career mode. But to be fair, he barely played. But he looks like he will be in the starting 11 if this probable lineup is the team that they go with. But other than that, the wingers they've obviously highlighted there. Stengs at Cam could be interesting. Let's have a look at their bench. They've got a regen there, Rivera. Be interesting to see what he's all about. But looking at this team, I reckon we should be getting the job done. I mean, look, they've got a small left back. I mean, what more can you say? Oh, my jokes are getting worse and worse. But they are in 26th in the league as well. That's not what I meant to click on. This is what I meant to click on. 26th in the league phase. We are a good bit above them. Ida's a little bit tired, but we'll keep him in the team. Let's go with our full-strength team here against Feyenoord and get a bit of revenge for the 1970 European Cup final. But that is crazy to think that Celtic did get to 2 European Cup finals within 3 years. Of course, the first British team to win the European Cup in 67. Runners-up in 1970, and hopefully in this career mode we can add a second European title to that list. But it will be very interesting to see how far we can go this time round. Will we teleport through a brick wall here as well? That's kind of what I want to see as well. That's become a staple of the channel when we play in the Champions League at Celtic Park. Should be coming up here soon if it is going to happen. Oh, let's build up the anticipation. Is it going to happen? Well, hey, here we go. Through the brick wall we go. Every single Champions League game at Celtic Park that happens. Right, let's get on with the game. I just wanted to see that part for old time's sake. This is the first time we're playing a home Champions League game in full this season. And I'm a man of tradition. And it's a tradition to see us go through that brick wall. Oh, God. But anyways, we could get off to a good start here. Here's Dazin Maida. Into Adamida. Oh, good block by the defender. But we still have it here. Is he going to be offside? I think he might have been. If he'd have gotten there. Of course, this is being uploaded right after Celtic play Atalanta in the Champions League. At the time of recording, I don't know what the score is, so I'm going to get both these statements out. Get in there. What a result for Celtic. Brilliant result in Italy for the boys. But also, if we didn't win, then shit. What a terrible result. Rodgers out. I'm obviously joking. But yeah, at the time of recording, I don't know what the result was because I'm recording this the day before. But hopefully it was a good result for Celtic, and I'm really, really sorry if it wasn't, if you're listening to this, or sorry, if you're watching this, I should say, after that game. But Atalanta, not a very easy opponent. But neither are Feyenoord. And here's Timber, the former Feyenoord player. He's been in good form in this episode. Oh, he was brought down there. But fairly, says the referee. And we didn't include Trusty in the deal either for Timber. It wasn't a swap deal. It's just a coincidence that he ended up there and Timber ended up with us. Sessegnon will put that out for a throw-in. Oh, unlucky. Thought he was going to intercept that. Oh, that's a good ball, and it's a good save by Pullison. They'll get the corner here from... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that winger's name. Let me know in the comments if you know how to pronounce that name. Here's Wallmark. You're a shop lad. What are you doing here? That was a terrible joke. You have to get used to it at this stage, lads. If you like some terrible joke, I'm not even going to call them dad jokes. They're not even good enough to be dad jokes. They're just bad. I'm only here for two things: bad jokes and wrestling references. And I'm all out of wrestling references. That's a lie. I'm definitely not. Oh, because we nearly put Feyenoord over there by giving him that goal. Come on. We've got a much better team than they do from the looks of things. And here's Maida, the star of the team at the moment. Oh, it's a good ball. Ida's injured apparently, but he scored. Well, a lot happened there in a short space of time. But Adam Ida has given us the lead here inside 28 minutes. Looks like he's hurt himself in the process. But we are in front, so it's a bit of a double whammy. Or double-edged, a double-edged sword, I should say. Left-footed finish. Looks like he clipped the post a little bit as well, so that'll be a sore one for his foot. But he's also pulled up a bit, it seems, as he went to take the strike, but it looks like he's okay now, so he's run it off very quickly. Just a scratch. Just a scratch. Oh, but I tell you what, Feyenoord looking to respond straight away here. Oh, and they very nearly did. That was a good shot, good effort from Alphabet Spaghetti. I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm not going to lie, lads, I'm not exactly a expert on Feyenoord or the Dutch league in general. But I do know of the history between these two clubs. And Ida's there to, very nearly double the advantage. Well, it was 2-1 in 1970. And let's try and do what Celtic couldn't do in that game, get a second goal. And here's number 2, Alistair Johnston. Oh! Maida couldn't follow it in. But we still have it here with Santos. Timber against his old club, maybe. Have a go, lad. Out for a corner. Well, we've already scored from one set piece in this episode, and it was Timber who whipped it in, and that also was in the Champions League here. It was Garcia who scored it. He was unable to get on the end of that one, though. Dorada will guide that back to the goalkeeper. Oh my god, what am I doing? What am I fucking doing? Alphabet Spaghetti has made it 1-1, and Pullison, you have a lot to answer for there, boy. That's really frustrating. Let's look. I have to look at this again. Oh, this stupid POV camera. I wish there was a way you could turn this off. If there is a way of turning that off, please do let me know. Come on, we need to get a better view of it. Here we go. Like, Brooks was right there. You could have just given it to Brooks. But he's given it right to the attacker, and it's 1-1 here, right before half-time. Oh, and we've given it right back to them again! And Feyenoord aren't exactly one of the better teams in the competition at the moment. They are down in 26th, as we saw right before we kicked this game off. Oh, made us hit the post! Oh, I thought that was going to go in. Beat the keeper. It's agonisingly close to sneaking in. But it clips the post, and that would probably be half-time. I reckon I'm going to have to take Adamita off. He looks absolutely knackered. If the referee would like to blow the half-time whistle, thank you very much. But 1-1 here. We only have ourselves to blame for the goal that we conceded. And Ida, he needs a rest. So I'll bring on Kyogo and see if he can do what he does best. make an impact coming off the bench. He's the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer of this team at the moment. And he's in a decent position here, but he's not going to be onside. Should have timed that run better, Kyogo. Here is Trusty, the former Celtic player. Goes back to the keeper. See, Pullison, that's how you do it. Give it to one of your own players when you're passing off from the back. I know I'm the one controlling him, but I was not aiming to pass in the direction that he did. Oh, good interception there by Dorado. Santos will pick it up. It's Johnston. Kyogo. Is he onside, Maida? No, he's not. I saw the flag go up. We put the ball in the back of the net again, but it doesn't count this time. Feyenoord look like they're playing for a draw at the moment. Possession-based football. Bit of tiki-taka as well. Here's Walmart. I'm more of a 7-Eleven guy myself. Oh, flip off. Good save by Pullison. Bloody hell. They nearly took the lead there. They do get the corner here though. Timber loses it. Oh, and they keep it in as well. But he's offside. Come on, lads. These are the types of games we need to be winning, because let me tell you, with some of the games we have coming up in the league phase, it's not guaranteed that we're going to take maximum points from any of those games. The one thing I do like about the league phase is that, you know, you can build up a bit of a mystique around the opponents. You don't just have to show the group stage straight away. So that's why I don't reveal all the opponents we have from the get-go. I like to reveal them in the episode. So that is one thing I do like. But I just wish there was an easier way in the calendar of navigating your opponents. I hate how you have to see every single fixture. There should be a tab where it's like your fixtures only. But I'm sure they'll introduce that next year as a brand spanking new feature to FC26. Give us your money today. And I don't know why I'm criticising, because I'll be one of those people giving the money. Oh God, now Santos is injured. Hopefully he can run off that injury as well. Here's Van den Belt. Brooks with a good interception. Come on. Timber. He's been relatively quiet today against his old team. Oh, and he's fucking lost it again. Here's Alphabet Spaghetti. Over to Sting. Are you a wrestler? Are you a singer? Which one are you? Let me know. Oh, good tackle by Brooks. Oh, no. He's done us dirty there. Oh, it's a good ball in. It's a good save by Pullison. Yeah, we need to make some subs. This is not working. Okay, Santos is going to have to come off for Hatate. Timber's tired, but I'm going to keep him on. And let's take off Sessegnon as well for Valle. Maybe get some more pace down that side. Hopefully Santos won't be up for too long. Thankfully, we've got a lot of depth in midfield, so if he does have to miss a few games, it's not the end of the world. But still, ideally, he'll come back sooner rather than later. Oh, it's a bit of a pinball in there at the moment. Timber, yeah, I probably should have just taken him off. He cannot run much longer. Oh my God, what a shot that was. We'll bring on Ryan Christie, who hasn't had a lot of game time this season, but he's coming on here in a very important Champions League game for us. This is a game preferably I'd like to get 3 points from. I mean, you want to get 3 points from every game, don't get me wrong. But as I said, we've got some very, very difficult opponents coming up to round up our Champions League phase opponents. Oh, it's not a good ball either. Alphabet Spaghetti here now again out on the left. I need to stop calling him that. Oh, see, this is what happens when I make fun of players. I never learn my lesson. Got away with that one there. Only a few minutes left to go though. Here's Hatate. Looking back, I probably should have brought on McGregor. Oh, come on! What's going on there? That is super frustrating. We're running out of time here. They still have a chance. Oh, to replicate the result of 1970, it's a good save. 2 added minutes, yet again. We're only going to get one more chance at most. We need to hurry the fuck up if we want to get it. Here's Ryan Christie. Oh, go on, Ryan. Oh my god, Ryan Christie, off the bench, has won it! Get in there in the last minute! Well, it is the same scoreline as 1970, but you need to swap the teams around. And Ryan Christie is the one who has surely won it for us here. What a run that was, what a finish. Oh, breathe. I need to calm down as well because I feel like if I go any higher I'm going to lose my voice. Bloody hell. I've recorded 2 episodes in a row here. 1 Celtic episode, 1 Ireland episode. I'm starting to... My voice is going to go. My voice is going to go if I keep going at this level. So I need to calm down a bit. But Ryan Christie, his first appearance in the Champions League, and he makes a huge impact. As I say, it's the same scoreline as 1970, but the opposite way around in terms of who the scoreline favours. And we do wrap up 3 points here against Feyenoord. Get in there. I am not going to be able to speak for quite a while after this, which to some people is probably a good thing. But anyways, let's have a look at the league tables in Scotland and in Europe before we wrap things up. 5 points clear of Hearts, who have actually lost 1 less game than us, but they have drawn 4. We are yet to draw a game. They have conceded the exact same amount of goals, but we have scored a considerable amount more. Look at Motherwell, by the way, in 3rd. They've only scored 18 goals, but they're in 3rd place. Fair play. That's some going. But anyways, that is the Scottish League table. In the Champions League, we are currently in 9th, so 1 place below the automatic qualification places. Obviously, if you finish in the top 8, you go straight through to the last 16. If you finish below that, from anywhere from 9th to 24th, you go into a playoff. So ideally, I would like to go into the last 16 straight away. And we're in a pretty good position to do so. However, lads, I can confirm that the games get much tougher from here. Oh god, I need to have a rest. That's what I need to have. But lads, that will do it for the episode, for this episode, I should say, of the Celtic FC 25 career mode. The next episode will not be tomorrow. It will be on Friday at the usual time of 7 p.m. UK and Irish time. I know this one is up a little bit later. That's just because I know Celtic are playing in real life. I think they kick off at 5:45. It's already done by now. But just to kind of give people a chance to, watch that game and not have to rush over here. Obviously, I've uploaded this one a little bit later. But I've already put up a community post about that at the time of recording. By the time you hear this. I'm over-explaining this, lads. This is the longest outro ever. If you did enjoy the video, give it a like. Consider subscribing to the channel. The next episode will be on Friday. We will have more Champions League games to play. Can we seal our path to the last 16 and continue our quest for Celtic to win their 2nd ever Champions League title? Tune in to find out. Take care and have a good one.